Before you hear this story, take 1 second to like, comment, share, and subscribe, because cases like this don't just disappear, and neither do the questions they leave behind. You won't believe what investigators uncovered after a man walked out of death row alive, carrying secrets the system never planned to face. In 1997, Daniel Mercer was convicted of a double homicide that shook a quiet Midwestern town. No physical evidence tied him to the scene, but a single eyewitness claimed they saw him near the house that night. The jury needed less than 4 hours. Guilty, death sentence, case closed, or so everyone thought. For nearly 2 decades, Mercer lived in a concrete box the size of a parking space, counting down to his execution date. He maintained his innocence, filing appeals that went nowhere, until a junior investigator reopened the case for a routine evidence audit. What she found was unsettling. The witness had failed a vision test months before the trial. Phone records that placed Mercer miles away were never shown to the jury, and a sealed envelope labeled "Do Not Disclose" contained lab notes suggesting the crime scene evidence didn't match him at all. As the execution date approached, pressure mounted. The state quietly postponed the sentence. Then came the shock. Mercer's conviction was overturned. He walked free after 19 years on death row, stepping into a world that had moved on without him. Cameras flashed, headlines screamed "wrongfully condemned," and officials promised a full investigation. But that's when things turned darker. The original eyewitness vanished days before a scheduled deposition. The lead detective from the first trial retired early and refused all interviews, and the physical evidence, destroyed under a policy no one could clearly explain. Mercer began receiving anonymous letters warning him to stop talking. Here's the part that still haunts investigators. The same method used in the original crime appeared again, 5 years later, in another state. Same signature, same timing, different suspect. If Mercer didn't do it, who did? And how many times did they get away with it while the wrong man waited to die? Today, Daniel Mercer lives free, but not at peace. The case remains officially closed, yet nothing about it feels finished. Because when a death sentence is reversed, it doesn't bring answers. It exposes how fragile the truth really is. And if you want to uncover how deep this case truly goes, the rest of this story is waiting here, along with many others that refuse to stay buried. What do you think really happened?